Let's get into the top 10 celebrities who are banned from the Met Gala. And at number 10, Donald Trump. Donald Trump attended the Met Gala numerous times with his wife Melania in the past, because New York socialites and even political figures are often invited to the Met. However, after he became president and enacted very controversial laws, he was banned from ever attending again. Many rumored he might be banned after many controversial statements, but this is one of the few people that Anna Wintour herself actually confirmed will not be invited back. And if you didn't already know, Wintour has been the editor-in-chief of Vogue since 1988, and she handpicks every person who is invited to the Met Ball. When Anna was asked during a segment of James Corden's Fill Your Guts or Spill Your Guts who she would never invite back to the Met again, she swiftly replied, Donald Trump. And at number 9, Kim Kardashian. These days it's hard to imagine a Met Gala without Kim Kardashian. When Kim was just known as a reality star back in the day, Anna revealed that she would not be inviting her to the Met. Apparently in 2012, Anna was adamant about not inviting Kim to keep the prestige of the event. A source even told Page 6 that, quote, Anna hates Kim. However, that all changed in 2013 when Kanye brought a pregnant Kim Kardashian to the Met Gala as his guest, which is something that Anna could not refuse. Since then, Kim has become a staple in high fashion and elevated her brand to be one of the most influential people in the world. And these days, the fashion world cannot ignore the Kardashian influence, and multiple Kardashian sisters are invited to the Met each year. And at number 8, Tim Gunn. Tim Gunn is incredibly well known in the fashion world and is somewhat of a staple on fashion television, as he starred in shows like Making the Cut and Project Runway. But even though he is fashion royalty, he said the wrong thing about Anna Wintour and has paid the price with his invite being permanently revoked. In 2006, Gunn was asked to recall the most unforgettable thing he's seen in fashion by the New York Post, and he answered, quote, watching Anna Wintour being carried down 5 flights of stairs by 2 bodyguards from a fashion show. Anna didn't like these comments, so Vogue asked for a retraction, but he refused, and his invite was taken as a result. He's claimed that he's been in a war with Anna and her team ever since. And at number 7, Khloe Kardashian. Most of the Kardashians get invited to the Met every year, with Kim, Kendall, and Kylie being staples at the event. Even Kris Jenner gets invited most of the time. However, neither Kourtney or Khloe have ever attended a Met Ball. Apparently that's because Khloe is banned and Kourtney has never been relevant enough to grace the very A-list event. But it was rumored that Kourtney and her boyfriend Travis Barker were actually invited to the esteemed event this year, which would have been Kourtney's first Met, but Kourtney decided not to go for the sake of Khloe. A source said, quote, Khloe and Kourtney have never been invited to the Met Gala, but Kourtney was invited to this one and chose to stay home with Khloe because she didn't want to leave her alone. Another part of this is that the Met is known to be Kim's event, and she prefers that her sisters do not go so she can shine solo. If you're wondering why Khloe gets the cold shoulder, apparently she's too C-list for the event. And at number 6, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj went viral on the night of the Met because she tweeted that she didn't attend the event because of the vaccine requirement. She tweeted during the event, quote, they want you to get vaccinated for the Met. If I get vaccinated, it won't be for the Met. It'll be once I feel that I've done enough research. I'm working on that now. In the meantime, my loves, be safe, wear the mask with 2 strings that grips your head and face, not that loose one. She added in a follow-up tweet that her cousin in Trinidad won't get it because his friend got the vaccine and became impotent after, finishing, quote, so just pray on it and make sure you're comfortable with your decision, not bullied. And I can assume that after calling out the event for their mandate, she will not be asked back. Halfway at number 5, Coco Rocha. Coco Rocha is one of the most well-known models ever, so it's strange that she never attends the Met anymore. But apparently Katy Perry is the reason that she's been blacklisted. In 2017, Katy Perry was one of the co-chairs of the event, which means she has an elevated role in the event and even has a hand in the guest list. The feud between these ladies actually happened years before in 2013 at the MTV VMAs when Katy wore the exact same Emmanuel Ungaro dress that Coco had worn to that year's Met Gala a few months before. After Perry wore the dress, Coco joked about it in an interview in a way that Perry found offensive, so they've been on bad terms ever since. When asked about why she wouldn't be attending the Met Gala back in 2017, Coco Rocha told the Post, quote, I don't know, you'll have to ask Anna Wintour that. And at number 4, Tina Fey. Tina Fey is hilarious, and she's well known for poking fun at her own celebrity and not taking herself too seriously, which aren't things that go well at the Met. After she attended the Met, she shared her experience with David Letterman in 2015. When asked if she had gone, she responded that she had, and that it was, quote, such a jerk parade, adding, quote, every jerk from every walk of life is there wearing like some stupid thing. I dragged my husband along with me, which I'm still in trouble for. But she didn't stop there. She added later, quote, if you had a million arms, all the people you'd want to punch are there. And it seems that after those comments, she knew she would not be invited back, and she added, quote, clearly I'll never go again. And at number 3, Josh Hartnett. Banned is probably a pretty strong word for the treatment of Josh Hartnett. A better term would be not relevant enough to attend. And there are tons of celebrities that are not famous enough to attend because fame is always changing based on whatever project celebrity has been a part of. The biggest sting against Josh specifically is that he was shown in a documentary about the Met called The First Monday in May, wherein Calvin Klein's team called up Vogue to request a seat for Hartnett, and they harshly responded, quote, "What has he done lately? Nothing. You guys are all set." Based on this response, it's clear that he's not banned for life, more so temporarily banned until he gets cast in something noteworthy. And at number 2, Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer is another celebrity that's made a name for herself by making fun of everything. But of course, making fun of the Met is gonna have some consequences. In 2016, Amy Schumer was asked about the event while on the Howard Stern show, and she said, quote, "It's people doing an impression of having a conversation. I don't like the farce. We're all dressed up like a bunch of effing a-holes." Adding, quote, "I have no interest in fashion. I don't care. I left earlier than I should have been allowed. I got to meet Beyonce, and she was like, 'Is this your first Met Gala?' And I was like, 'It's my last.'" So again, Amy was self-aware that she either would not be invited back, or she knew she just wouldn't attend again even if she was invited. And finally, number 1, Demi Lovato. Demi has only been to the Met Gala once, and it seems that one time might be their last, either because they won't be invited back, or Demi just won't want to go. Demi spoke about their time at the gala with Billboard and said it was a horrible experience, saying, quote, "I had a terrible experience. This one celebrity was a complete bitch and was miserable to be around. It was very cliquey. I remember being so uncomfortable that I wanted to drink." This was very shocking because this was around the time that Demi was trying to get sober, and apparently the Met set her back off course. Demi added that they went straight to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting after the Met, saying, quote, "I changed my clothes, but I still had my diamonds on. Millions of dollars of diamonds on an AA meeting." There was also a big scandal involving Nicki Minaj that followed the event. Nicki didn't tag Demi in a photo of them after the ball, to which Demi called her out for. This started another war, making the night even more awful for Demi than it was before.
Top 10 celebrity Met Gala looks that got people cancelled. At number 10, Karlie Kloss. The Met Gala is all about fashion, and those who attend the event are usually trying to pull off the best look that fits the theme for that year. There have been many extravagant looks and other more simplistic ones, but the overall point here is to try going along with the overall energy of the event. One person actually faced backlash for not really trying hard enough to meet the event standard, and that was Karlie Kloss, who people say ignored the 2019 Met Gala camp theme. Karlie showed up to the event looking a little too simple for the event, wearing a black and gold dress with simple jewelry, natural makeup, and a simple hairstyle. A lot of fans were seriously let down by her outfit that evening, especially after she tweeted about her look, hyping it up and saying, quote, "Looking camp right in the eyes." As strange as it might sound, Karlie's fans got pretty upset that she didn't really follow the Met's theme and faced a pretty decent amount of criticism. She had to kind of apologize for her look shortly after, as she posted a video to her YouTube channel addressing the situation, saying that she should have tried harder. At number 9, Sarah Jessica Parker. Every year the Met Gala chooses a theme, and those who attend the event are urged to show up in some kind of couture that fits said theme. For a lot of celebrities, they either work alongside some designers to come up with the perfect look for the gala, but sometimes these looks can go too far and end up offending people in the process. Take for example some of the Met Gala looks from 2015. The theme of the gala that year was China through the looking glass, and a lot of people found that many of the stars who attended the event that night were appropriating Chinese culture. Among one of the most heavily criticized celebrities was Sarah Jessica Parker. At the event, Sarah wore a custom black gown with a large headpiece, and this bold accessory faced quite a lot of backlash. The headpiece was criticized for its quote, "dragon lady" stereotype, something that sexualizes and villainizes Chinese women. A lot of fans made the point that these celebrities could have just worn pieces from Chinese designers to fit the theme rather than appropriate the culture. Now before I carry on talking about these cancelled celebrities, I'd first like to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you're enjoying it, because it really helps the channel out. At number 8, Karolina Kurkova. I just told you about one celebrity who faced backlash for cultural appropriation at the Met Gala, but I have another one to tell you about that actually happened on the same night. Since the theme for the 2015 Met Gala was China through the looking glass, a lot of people came dressed in altered versions of traditional Chinese garments, and it offended a lot of people. Another guest who got a lot of hate for their outfit that night was model Karolina Kurkova, because she came in a sexualized version of a cheap how. Much like a lot of other celebrities who showed up that night, their looks faced a lot of backlash because normally these looks affect women from this culture negatively, and the double standard of these other people being praised was seen as hurtful and offensive. These garments have a history behind them, and so disrespecting this part of Chinese culture was also obviously not well received. At number 7, Madonna. In the past, there have been many scandalous looks at the Met Gala. Oftentimes, we see celebrities push the boundaries of fashion, and sometimes their their looks can be very revealing, but it looks like one celebrity went too far with how revealing their Met look was one year, and that person is Madonna. The singer is known to be pretty bold, but at the 2016 Met Gala, people think that she was a little too bold because her look revealed quite a lot. When she hit the red carpet, Madonna was seen wearing a black bodysuit that revealed her chest and backside, worn underneath a lace overlay. She also wore leather thigh-high boots and a bejeweled headband and layered necklaces. After facing backlash for the fact that her chest was exposed, she supported the look by saying that it was a political statement. She clapped back at the criticism on her Instagram where she said, quote, "We have fought and continue to fight for civil rights and gay rights around the world. When it comes to women's rights, we are still in the dark ages. My dress at the Met Ball was a political statement as well as a fashion statement. The fact that people actually believe a woman is not allowed to express her sexuality and be adventurous past a certain age is proof that we still live in an ageist and sexist society. I have never thought in a limited way and I'm not going to start." At number 6, Amal Clooney. As I mentioned a little earlier, a lot of times celebrities work alongside designers to achieve their looks for the Met Gala. The relationships that these stars have with their designers is pretty important for their careers, and so they usually don't want to jeopardize that. But Amal Clooney did in 2018, and she got some backlash for it. When Amal first showed up to the event, she was dressed in an ensemble by Richard Quinn that consisted of navy pants, a silver top, and a floral skirt. But after doing a quick change, she re-emerged wearing a dress designed by Tom Ford. Apparently, Tom was furious that Amal didn't wear his design when she did her initial red carpet walk. It caused some drama in the fashion world, but from what I understand, it's all water under the bridge now. At number 5, Rihanna. Rihanna is one of those stars who people really look forward to seeing walk the red carpet at the Met Gala. She rocks every look that she presents at the gala, but one year instead of getting praise for her outfit, she actually ended up getting a lot of backlash. In 2018, Rihanna showed up to the event wearing a very extravagant Pope-inspired look, and it did not go over well. The look was an ensemble by Margiela that consisted of a strapless mini dress, trench coat, and large headdress. That night, a lot of Catholics took issue with Rihanna's look, with some of them calling the ensemble, quote, sacrilegious, and saying that it appropriated their religion. Ironically, this isn't the first time that the singer has been accused of appropriating religion. She's also faced backlash for appropriating Hindu culture as well, as earlier this year she was seen wearing a necklace with a Hindu god depicted on it, and she's also faced scrutiny after she used a controversial song with Islamic verses in it in her Fenty show. At number 4, Scarlett Johansson. At the 2018 Met Gala, actress Scarlett Johansson caused a bit of controversy for the dress that she wore to the event. Not because of what it looked like, but because of who designed it. The actress wore an off-the-shoulder dress with flower embellishments, and though it was a beautiful gown, a lot of people couldn't get past who made the garment. The dress was designed by Georgia Chapman, Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife. Scarlett's look came from Georgia's brand Marchesa, and the actress became one of the first people to support the brand and the designer after the allegations against Harvey Weinstein came out. People were torn over this because some people believe that Scarlett shouldn't have supported Georgia's design because of her ties to Weinstein, but others thought that it was a bit ridiculous because Georgia was never personally involved in any of the allegations, so some people didn't really think it mattered. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. At number 3, James Charles. YouTuber and influencer James Charles attended the Met Gala in 2019 and got some backlash for what he wore and for being a bit of a hypocrite as well. When he arrived at the event, James was wearing an outfit by Alexandra Wang that consisted of a black bandana, black cargo pants, and a see-through shirt that was made entirely of safety pins. It was an interesting look, but after the event, fashion critics pointed out that James's look was very similar to one that Zoe Kravitz had worn to the 2019 Vanity Fair Oscar party. Ironically, James had made a video with Tana Mongeau where they criticized that very look, where they said that it looked like, quote, she didn't finish getting dressed. End quote. As expected, James faced backlash for the comments that he made about Zoe's outfit and for also copying the look and being a hypocrite by wearing something so similar to another look that he roasted. At number 2, Kim Kardashian. Kim K is always trying to serve looks at the Met. I mean, this year's look was a little questionable with her all-black Balenciaga ensemble that made her look like a Dementor, but that's besides the point. Every look is subject to criticisms, but the one look that brought Kim the most backlash was her dripping wet look from the Met Gala in 2019. At the event, Kim was seen wearing a Mugler dress that made it look like she had just walked out of water, but she was also wearing a mega corset that cinched her waist so much that she faced backlash for it. Kim is often facing scrutiny for her support of waist trainers, with people saying that it's affecting the way that young people are seeing beauty, so her super cinched look just added to that fire. Fans said that Kim's body looked super unrealistic and it wasn't a good thing to show the public, but she and the designer defended the look, saying that the over-the-top nature of the entire ensemble was was just made to fit the event's camp theme. And finally, at number 1, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The most buzz that has come out of the 2021 Met Gala is coming from New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. AOC showed up to the event wearing a white dress that had the words "Tax the Rich" written in red on the back. It was designed to be a political statement about the ongoing debate on whether the wealthiest people should be paying taxes like the rest of us peons, but instead of sparking the conversation about it, people are calling AOC a hypocrite for trying to make this statement at an event that is attended by Hollywood elites who pay 30 grand for a ticket. A lot of people may have takes on this, but what is yours? Do you think that AOC went about this statement all wrong, or was her bold move a good thing? I think that even though it's coming back to bite her, that bold move still accomplished something and it has people talking, so maybe it wasn't all bad. Top 10 celebrity scandals that happened at the Met Gala. At number 10, Streaker. Like I mentioned before, the Met Gala is one of the most prestigious events of the year. Image is everything when it comes to the gala, and there's a lot of effort that's put into making sure that things go smoothly. So when there's any kind of hiccup, then things go south pretty quickly. Take for example one unruly quote-unquote guest who was not invited to the event, but who showed up anyway. At the 2014 Met Gala, everyone got quite the shock when a man wearing a hot pink mankini and gold chain ran through the event. He really tried to come in hot there, but since this was such a high-profile event, every precaution was taken and the man was stopped and barely even reached the red carpet. This event has so much security because you never know who's going to do what, so luckily there were enough staff to clue in to watch what was going on and stop it before things got too out of hand. This streaker, who remains unidentified, still got his 15 seconds of fame though, so I guess maybe he's happy enough with that experience. At number 9, the Kardashians. Apparently the Kardashians are banned from a lot of Hollywood events, like the Oscars for example, and for a while there, they were also unwelcome at the Met Gala. Though they are obviously welcome there now, that's only because they got the plug from Kanye. Anna Wintour, the editor-in-chief of Vogue, apparently had something against the Kardashians and even went so far as to call them the quote antithesis of fashion and class, end quote. Sassy. She allegedly banned them from attending the Met for years, and being a prominent trustee and financial holder at the Metropolitan Museum of Art where the function is held, her ruling stuck, at least until Kanye came into the picture. Apparently Anna and Kanye are very good pals, so once Kanye came into the Kardashian family, Anna couldn't refuse him, and so she allowed the Kardashians entry. Some thought that since Kanye and Kim aren't together anymore, that Anna would take back the Kardashians' invitation, but I guess maybe they've entered into Anna's good graces since then. Now before I carry on talking about these celebrity scandals, I would like to first take a moment to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, because it really helps the channel out. At number 8, cultural appropriation. Every year the Met Gala has a chosen theme, and the people who attend the event are urged to show up in some kind of couture that fits said theme. For a lot of celebrities, they work alongside some pretty prestigious designers to come up with the perfect look for the gala, but sometimes they can go too far and end up offending people in the process. Take for example some of the Met Gala looks from 2015. The theme of the gala that year was quote, China through the looking glass, and a lot of people found that many of the stars who attended the event that night were appropriating Chinese culture. Many fans took to the internet to criticize a lot of the looks from that night, saying that too many of them fell into Chinese stereotypes and appropriated much of the culture and history. Among one of the most heavily criticized celebrity looks was Sarah Jessica Parker's headpiece, which was criticized for its quote, dragon lady stereotype. A lot of fans made the point that these celebrities could have just worn pieces from Chinese designers to fit the theme rather than appropriate the culture. At number 7, influencers. The Met Gala is such a high profile event that you have to be personally invited in order to attend. Well, I mean, you have to be invited and pay roughly 30 grand to attend, but it's still a very prestigious event. Or at least that's what people used to think about it anyway, because there are those who say that in recent years the exclusivity of the Met Gala has really decreased ever since influencers have started getting invited to the event. In recent years, influencers like Liza Koshy and James Charles have been in attendance, and at this year's gala, social media stars like Addison Rae, Dixie D'Amelio, and Madison Beer walked the red carpet at the Met. A lot of people don't consider these internet personalities and influencers as celebrities, and so they don't see them as welcome at huge Hollywood events like this. But what is your take on this? Do you think that internet celebrities should be welcome at events like these? And if not, where do we draw the line on who can and can't come? Is the question of how did you get famous going to become a criteria for events like these? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. At number 6, Naked Box Man. Basically every year at the Met Gala, bold fashion statements are being made. We have people dressing like Dementors, like Kim K did at the event this year, we have people wearing political statements on their clothes, and they even have people bringing insane props with them on the red carpet. But back in 2017, one person made too bold a statement and actually got kicked out of the event because of it. An artist by the name of Fyodor Pavlov Andreevich was going to attend the Met and decided to be extra bold with his quote-unquote look and decided to get naked and stuffed in a fiberglass box. Upon arriving at the event, two people carried the artist inside the box into the event's checkpoint, and that's really as far as they got there. One of the guards told them that they had to take the artist away, and they later put a sheet over the box and dragged him away while he was still in the box. Authorities were soon called and the police asked the artist to exit the box, to which he refused, so they arrested him, charged him, and threw him in jail. Really, the takeaway from this is don't be too bold at the Met, and most importantly, wear clothes. It is a fashion event. You can't go to a fashion event without the fashion part. At number 5, Tina Fey. The Met Gala isn't for everyone, and that's okay. Not everyone has to be into the whole idea of wearing funky clothes while walking around with other high-profile celebrities. One person who really isn't into all that, it seems, is Tina Fey, because she once had some harsh words for the event. Tina was invited to the Met Gala back in 2010, but apparently she didn't have a very good time. 5 years later, she opened up about the experience while doing an interview with David Letterman. In the interview, Tina ranted about the gala, calling it a quote, jerk parade. She also went on to say, quote, every jerk from every walk of life is there wearing some stupid thing. It's just everybody. If you had a million arms, it's all the people you would punch in the whole world, end quote. It's a little harsh, but I guess it's kind of valid. At number 4, Lena Dunham. Celebrity beefs are nothing new. Everyone has beef with everyone, but it turns out that at one point a celebrity feud happened at the Met Gala and it caused some controversy and scandal at the time. At the Met Gala in 2016, Lena Dunham ended up making some comments about Odell Beckham Jr. and it caused a bit of a stir. Dunham alleged that the football player spent the whole evening ignoring her because she, quote, didn't fit his standard of woman, end quote. Speaking out about the way that she believed she was being treated by Odell, Lena went on to say, quote, it was so amazing because it looked like he looked at me and he determined I was not the shape of a woman by his standards. It was like we were forced to be together and he was literally scrolling Instagram rather than to have to look at a woman in a bow tie. I was like, this should be called the Metropolitan Museum of Getting Rejected by Athletes, end quote. But none of that was actually true though. Odell wasn't trying to be rude, he was just kind of existing while at the event, and Lena just made assumptions. She got called out for her quote, narcissistic comments and later issued an apology for them. At number 3, Demi Lovato. Speaking of beefing with celebrities, we have another story about some drama that caused someone so much discomfort that they literally had to leave the Met. Back in 2016, Demi Lovato was in attendance at the Met Gala, but they didn't end up staying for the whole event. Demi spoke out about how uncomfortable they were that evening, saying that someone was so rude to them that they had to leave the gala and go to an AA meeting. Demi told sources that, quote, this one celebrity was a complete B-word and was miserable to be around. It was very cliquey. I remember being so uncomfortable that I wanted to drink, end quote. Now, no one knows for sure who this B-word that Demi was talking about was, but a lot of people seem to believe that it was Nicki Minaj because of a photo that was posted that shows Demi giving Nicki some serious side-eye. There was clearly some kind of drama going on, but other than how Demi was feeling, we don't have many other details as to what happened that night. At number 2, smoking. In most establishments, there's a rule against smoking. I mean, back in the day, apparently you could just smoke everywhere and anywhere, but not these days. That rule isn't really anything new, but there are still those select few who choose to disregard that and do it anyway. This is how a scandal was caused at the Met Gala in 2017. A handful of celebrities who attended the gala that year were caught smoking in the venue's bathroom, and that was a serious no-no. Every year, the Met Gala is held at the Metropolitan Museum, and since it's in New York, the city health department has a rule against smoking in specific areas as per their Health Act. But it seems that although this rule was still in effect at the time of the gala, some celebrities were like nah and had a couple ciggies inside regardless. The stars in question were posting their little rendezvous on social media, which is how they got caught and got into some trouble for it as well. As a result of their rule breaking, the gala as well as the health department put measures in place to make sure that this kind of thing never happened again so that no one would get fined. And finally, at number 1, Solange Knowles. The famous Solange versus Jay-Z elevator battle is one of those moments that will go down in history as one of the messiest celebrity moments. It was a lot to take in at the time because no one knew what was really going on or why this Avenger-style battle was even happening. The freakout slash fight slash battle to the death took place at the 2014 Met Gala, and though it took place so long ago, there still was never really any solid explanation for this scandal. Some speculate that it was because of a cheating scandal, others thought it could be money, but really there is no confirmed reason as to why the fight broke out. All we have to analyze from this is surveillance footage that was leaked to the internet that got this whole drama started. In the footage we see Solange and Jay-Z begin what looked like a verbal disagreement, which then turned physical. My guess is that Solange was standing up for her sister and sort of flipped out on the rapper, and this, like I said, sparked cheating rumors, and then this then folded into Beyonce and Jay-Z's music where again, infidelity was hinted at. Bottom line here is that this fight was explosive and caused a lot of drama.